Hi there. My name is Christopher Bramer, and I'm a product manager with C-Level Bluefish Group. So at C-Level Bluefish Group, we work with a variety of clients in a lot of different industries, providing various services. But our ultimate goal is to help our clients make technology a strategic advantage. But I'm actually not here today to talk about C-Level Bluefish Group. If you saw my last video on the secret of Agile, you know kind of what the intent here is, but essentially we're doing this video series in the hopes that we can provide you something valuable to learn while you are stuck at home. So obviously COVID is impacting all of us in a lot of different ways, but many of us are stuck at home right now. And so our hope is that these videos will be valuable, not take up a lot of your time, and not cost you anything. So this is video number 2 in a series that I'll be doing. And the topic today is what really makes a great business analyst. So I work in the recruiting team for C-Level Bluefish Group. And a question that I get quite a lot from candidates is what qualities make someone really successful in this role? You know, what characteristics make someone really successful as a business analyst or a product manager? And that's a hard question to answer, right? Because obviously there is no one path to success. There are a lot of different factors that can make someone successful. And, you know, it's easy to fall into a trap of this person is successful, so that's the model that everyone should be like. And you know, that's not realistic, right? The consultants that I've worked with throughout my career up to this point have been incredibly diverse, and they've brought a lot of different skills and value to the team in different ways. But there are a couple characteristics that do seem to be very common amongst all of the successful BAs and PDMs that I've worked with. And the first is curiosity. So, you know, people with insatiable curiosity who just want to dig in and understand things are going to make great business analysts, right? If you are the kind of person who's not satisfied with superficial or surface level information or documentation and you want to dig deeper, you like the details, you want to understand, you're probably going to make a really good business analyst, right? If you're the kind of person who sees a weird bug on your hike and takes a picture of it and goes home and Googles it to figure out the name of that particular bug, or you take your car to the mechanic and you follow the repairman into the shop and ask him questions about what he's doing and what the different parts of the car do, you'd probably make a really good business analyst, right? So that really innate sense of insatiable curiosity and just a desire to know and understand is one of the main things that I think makes people successful as business analysts. One of my colleagues always tells a story about working with the CIO at one of our client organizations, and she was working with him on the content for a training course that she was going to be doing, working with some of his people. And she was asking him, what do you want me to focus on? What areas should we emphasize? And he said that I want my BAs to ask questions. I want my BAs to raise concerns, and I want my BAs to offer alternatives. If the business process is broken, there's no point in going in to automate that broken process, right? Analysts need to analyze and not take orders. There's a reason why we call it eliciting requirements elicitation as opposed to requirements gathering. That's because requirements are not flowers in a field for you to go pick. They are these nuggets of value that you have to chip away at and then polish to figure out what is that true valuable thing that you're going to go build. So the other characteristic that seems to be a common thread amongst really successful BAs that I've worked with is communication. That seems pretty obvious, but you really can't put a price on really strong communication skills. There are many different ways to excel at communication, and no one is really good at all of them. So we learn to take advantage of our own communication strengths, and we learn to leverage the communication strengths of the other people on our teams. I have one colleague that I was working with recently who's an incredibly strong writer. And, not only was she able to deliver really, really good, really high quality written documentation for our project, but she was also able to give me and the other people on the team really valuable feedback about our writing, and help us make our writing more clear and more valuable through really, really solid communication. Another colleague that I work with has this calm, soothing, confident voice, and he's really, really skilled at verbal communication. And so we lean on him to help us when we've got to go into meetings where we know there's going to be tension, right? When we know there are really tough decisions that have to be made and there's going to be some conflicting interests in the room. And we also look to him to help us improve our verbal communication and learn from him so that we can apply that within our team. So we learn to make use of our teammates, and we learn to really prioritize and leverage our own skills. So with that, I would ask, how do you identify strengths when you're recruiting? What strengths do you look for, and how do you try and identify them in candidates as you're recruiting them and trying to bring them into your organization? So let us know. Join the conversation. Here are the links to our Facebook pages. We would love to hear from you. And with that, I will bid you all adieu, but be well and stay safe.